Now, I don't know about you, but this quote from Ra really makes me want to cry. Like, I just want to tear up. I can't help it. It's so powerful. It's so profound. As an undefined G-center emotional definition generator, all I can do is sympathize with my imagination of what it's like to be an undefined G-center manifester. To be born into this world and your own mother's like, oh God, this one. To always be a disappointment. To literally be on a leash from childhood in the backyard so that you don't go run away. What kind of leash do you need? How much room do you need on your line? God. It feels so painful for the spirit. It just feels so constrictive. It feels so controlling. And it's just the aura. It's the aura mechanics being amplified in the not-self mind.
You know, when a generator suffers, it can actually share its suffering. I mean, I know those moments of generators in their pain and discomfort where you can take in all of that from their aura. They don't have to be alone, ever. They are a binding force on the planet. But manifestors, it's all inside us. We have no way of getting that out. It just sits there, and it's not comfortable. See, what choice do we have? We cannot just go out and interact with the other. They do not trust us. I remember when I started doing public lectures, it was the first thing I said to people when I got up on stage. Don't trust me. We're not here to be trusted. Can't trust a manifester. If you say you trust a manifester, you're a liar. Because inside your aura, your whole mechanism, no trust. It's just not there. And the moment you don't play the game with the other, that lack of trust comes right to the surface. See, I knew they were like that. I was just waiting for them to show it to me. They're always waiting for us to be what they don't like. It's my joke about the manifester coming out of the womb, and the mother looks at the manifester child and goes, uh-oh. You know? Uh-oh, we got one of these. You know, you're really going to have to pay attention to this one. This is going to be a problem. Right away. I nearly killed my mother when she gave birth to me. Problem, right away, you know? Kick it off and get it going. This one's trouble. There isn't a manifester child that's ever been born whose mother didn't say, uh-oh. And then they have a generator child, and they think they had God. Oh, you know? And the generator aura all fuzzy and warm. This is my baby, right? You know, and the manifester child's sort of like, well, there's that one over there. We live our whole lives that way. We are always a disappointment. You know, this is one of the ironies and the dilemma of manifester. There's this wonderful movie, but I won't get into that. But anyway, there's a line from a movie I really like because somebody was really impressed with something, and this guy said, Charlie Chaplin went to a Charlie Chaplin lookalike contest and came in third. He said, that's a story. If you get that joke, you're really good. You know, manifestors, eh? See, a generator child's so perfect because you can demand that they act like a manifester. Isn't that insane? See, these parents get a generator child. And they say, oh, look, a little manifester. I mean, really? That child is going to hear nothing but do this, do that, be this, be that, go here, go there, do this, do that. And the little generator is learning how to manifest. Natural frustration from the start. Because the parents know that it's really not deep inside, not awareness. But you see, they start the conditioning process. The moment the manifester comes, the parents say, look, we need chains, handcuffs, door locks. The manifester child with an open G. You see them when they're 3 years old with a harness on, and they're wired up to the clothesline in the backyard so they can't disappear. Because you know damn well with an open G that if they go off somewhere, they're never coming back. And nothing will stop them. Manifester children are the only babies that are ever on leashes. Well, it's true. People walk around with their manifester babies on a leash. Don't want them to get away from us. Oh, yeah, I see. We got a lot of manifestors in this room. You know the movie. And this is what people want to do with us. I mean, adult people. Lovers, friends, Can I put a leash on you? Nice collar, okay? And, I'll give you a fairly long chain. How much chain do you actually need? Okay? And everything will be okay then, all right? Right. And then I can trust you because I can yank on your chain. And everybody who has a manifester in their life wants to put a leash on them. What to say? And it's not like that's conscious. People aren't that smart. It's just there in the aura. It's just there in the mechanism. It's a very basic, visceral response to the aura of a manifester. And you see, I don't like wearing a collar. Don't like it at all. So I have learned to play the manifester game. And you see, it's a delight. And this is the whole thing that a manifester has to understand. Obviously, you can only play the game if you are operating correctly, because otherwise you don't have the awareness it takes. But this whole business about letting the other person know, it's not because they have a right to know. Fuck them. They don't. I don't inform because somebody has a right to know. I inform so they'll get off my back. That's all. It's just politics. I give you what you need, you get off my back. I give you what you need, and you keep the collar and the leash in your drawer somewhere and leave me alone. And so, yes, I will do that. I'll play nice. I will let you know. Just don't take it for granted that you get that from me because you deserve it, have earned it, should have it. It's not about the other. See, one of the dilemmas of the manifester is that we have to remind ourselves every day that there are actually other human beings in the world and that we should pay some attention to them, particularly the ones that have a blood connection to us. It just reminds us, you get up in the morning and it's like, oh, shit, there are people in this world, right? And they're not like us. And I'm going to have to play this game. But then if you don't play, no peace. Oh, and the peace is sweet. It's really sweet. But you have to play the game. Much easier to teach our manifester children well. It's the best hope for manifestors of the future, is to be able to get to young manifestors. It's wonderful. So they don't have to have this discomfort. They don't have to misunderstand their relationship to others. I didn't think people ever wanted to have anything to do with me. It's a manifestor aura. You assume that it's just, I remember going through school. I remember what that was like. This kind of an aura, how uncomfortable that can be. And you see, you don't know until you live your truth, and then you suddenly realize that, yes, it's not that people are not interested in you. They are. They just don't know how to deal with you. So you got to make it easier for them. The manifestor has to bend its head to the majority so that we can live in peace. Okay, let's have a break.
Now, I don't know about you, but this quote from Ra really makes me want to cry. Like, I just want to tear up. I can't help it. It's so powerful. It's so profound. As an undefined G-center emotional definition generator, all I can do is sympathize with my imagination of what it's like to be an undefined G-center manifester. To be born into this world and your own mother's like, oh God, this one. To always be a disappointment. To literally be on a leash from childhood in the backyard so that you don't go run away. What kind of leash do you need? How much room do you need on your line? God. It feels so painful for the spirit. It just feels so constrictive. It feels so controlling. And it's just the aura. It's the aura mechanics being amplified in the not-self mind.
The biggest problem I was having was getting my head wrapped around all of the content and all of the information held within the human design system. Ian really made it simple for me to engage my curiosity, for one, but made it approachable enough to where I felt like I could immediately get value out of the conversation and immediately start applying things to my day-to-day life, where it didn't seem like some big puzzle I had to solve. It was an immediate solution to something that I was dealing with in my life. How am I going to apply this with any sense of reality? And he made it so simple and so easy that I have now been on another year and a half since that first meeting with him and my first introduction into human design. And it has really given my overall life experience and the quality of my conscious experience a great boost, and overall something I would highly recommend to anyone else that's early on in their years, or even months sometimes, like I was at human design.
I've been following Ian for about a year now, and I got the chance to work with him recently. The way that his knowledge of human design expands when you're in his presence to fit what you need exactly is something that is a joy to work with and a joy to see live in person.
Oh my gosh, this session was so unique because Ian really made it feel like I didn't have to worry about expectations. I didn't have to have a certain outcome be a certain way, and really helped me understand that I could just kind of ease my way into this. And he was so conversational about it that it felt like I looked up and the time had gone so quickly that I wasn't expecting it to be as much value as it was for as easy as it felt.
I definitely recommend getting a reading, getting a chance to work with Ian. He's one of the kindest souls I've met and has a really firm grasp on the information in human design. Definitely recommend.
I would recommend working with Ian for anyone that is wanting to have someone that will be both there to nurture your curiosity about human design and the fun things that you can explore about it, but also will challenge you and push you in a direction that will get you up and moving and using it in your real life. I think more than anything else, if you want to not just mentally know this system, if you want to understand how to apply it and use it and see immediate results, Ian is the person I would recommend for that. I think it is important for people to remember that this is an experiment. It is not something that you can try without trying. Like you can't get the flavor of something unless you've chewed it up and swallowed it, right? And this is one of those things where Ian does such a wonderful job of making each thing that you're experiencing understandable and allows you to apply it with repetition. So it's not just a one-time thing. You learn how to build really good habits and how to build really good ways to honor your own authority in your own life. And from there, he lets you go and then you can fly. It's pretty remarkable how well he sets up my overall experience within human design for the purpose of changing my life, which it really did.
All I can do is imagine and sympathize. I don't know what it's like to be a manifester, especially one with an open G. As a generator with an open G center, I've been able to fit in with any crowd, with any group. I could hang out with anyone. My behaviors are not fixed. My identity is not fixed. I can fit in anywhere. I can do anything. And yet I'm a generator. And because I'm a generator, my aura is open and enveloping. 70% of the world's population are generators. We're all sharing this generated life force energy vibration together. We're responding to each other. Hopefully it's satisfying. That's my mission, is to make it as satisfying as I possibly can. And yet it's so frustrating for so many. And to be a manifester, to have a closed off and repelling aura instead of one that's open and enveloping, to be unable to be trusted, that people don't trust you, and with an undefined G as a manifester, that you could go anywhere, you could do anything, that you're amplifying the energy from all the others in their directions and you're taking it to the next level. Not everybody wants to see the consequences of their actions. And when you're this child, this little manifester with an undefined G, and you're amplifying the direction from other people around you, they might not want to see your behaviors. They might not want you to do what you're here to do, because then they're seeing their own shadow within you. They get upset and they blame you. How painful, how lonely. Like I said, I can only imagine, I can only sympathize. I don't know what it's like. And so all of you manifestors who've made it this far in life, thank you for your service. Thank you for being, and I wish you the very best. I know it's not easy. Nothing that's really worth it is easy. And yet it does become more natural over time. You become stronger, more capable of honoring your own inner authority. Eventually, you become the smartest person you've ever known about your own life. You don't owe anyone anything. Nobody owes you anything. And it's perfect when you know who you are, when you know how to make decisions correctly as yourself. There's nothing else quite like it. And even if people are naturally repelled by your aura, it's correct for them to be repelled by your aura. You're a powerful being. And if you trust in your impulse, if you trust in your inner authority, then you can have your power. And if you inform others that you care about, then they won't try to put so many leashes on you. They won't try to confide you. They won't try to hold you back in the same way they always have. It's my wish for you to feel free and at peace. And I'll do everything I possibly can within my power, within my satisfaction, to bring you the knowledge and the energy, the support, the logic, to be able to achieve your signature vibration of peace. Wishing you the very best. Take care. Bye for now. If you have enjoyed the show and would like to learn more about how all of this applies specifically to you, then kindly refer to the link in this video's description, Private Consultation. Here, we can dive into all of the details together in a recorded call. May your signature vibration of satisfaction, success, peace, and surprise find you in a good way.